Handicappers, WagerTalk.com with an NBA double gamer for Friday night. We're going to break down the Knicks and the Grizzlies. We're going to break down the Lakers and the Clippers. See if we can do as well as we did last night. We gave you guys a 2-0 with our NBA double gamer. Let's see if we can do it again on Friday, starting in Memphis with the Knicks and the Grizzlies. Right now, looking at my Odds Logic live odds screen, I'm seeing Memphis -4 pretty much across the board, total sitting in the 244 range. And the Knicks have dominated the last three meetings, all double-digit wins, including 143 to 106 last month. And Memphis had Morant. They had Triple J available that night, but the Knicks, 52% from the floor. They had 20 steals, 26 turnovers forced in all. One of the worst games the Grizzlies have played this season. Memphis might well still remember that. The Knicks, of course, of late have been really struggling to win by margin. Not a factor tonight because they're underdogs, but it's worth noting 6-3 straight up their last 9 games, but only 2-7 against the spread. They're coming off a win against Philadelphia by only 5, where they had to dig deep and rally back in the fourth quarter. Beat the Bulls by 2 in overtime, by 1 versus the Hawks in overtime, by 6 versus Toronto. They got a BS cover in that game at -5.5. Yeah, either Raptors that night, I remember. And it was a game where the Knicks trailed throughout and then hit a big throw. Brunson went nuts in the last minute. And then they won by 6 against Houston. No cover there either. So that's been an issue for the Knicks, winning by margin. They're sub 500 against the spread off a win this season. I guess they beat Philly last time, just 16-21 ATS. How about the Knicks as an underdog? Dead last in the NBA so far this season, ranked number 30, just 25% against the spreads, only 2 covers and 8 tries as a road dog. The last time the Knicks covered as a road dog, they beat Minnesota at Minnesota on December 19th. 0-5 straight up, 0-5 against the spread since that time in this role. And oh yeah, the Knicks also have some injury issues to deal with. We don't know if Cat's going to play tonight. Listed as questionable. He's dealing with left knee patellar tendinopathy, whatever that is. And of course, he hobbled to the locker room in the fourth quarter against Celtics. Did return in that game at less than 100%, but he's not fully healthy. And of course, we saw Ariel Hook-Porty come and start in place of Towns, and then he suffered on Wednesday against Philly, and then he suffered a torn meniscus in his left knee. He's going to miss the next 6 weeks. So the Knicks have some injury concerns in the low post. You know, the Grizz aren't exactly clicking either right now. They're 0-5 against the spread their last 5. They beat Orlando by a single point. They beat Phoenix by 3 in overtime. The only 2 straight up wins during this span. But Memphis has a strong home court. They're 18-10 ATS full season. They're 16-9 ATS as a home favorite. They're 21-15 ATS off of a win, and 32-21-1 overall against the spread, compared to 27-30-1 for the Knicks. So Memphis has been the undervalued commodity out of these 2 teams. All right. And we've seen a lot of refuse to lose for Memphis, even during this span, despite the fact they've had that 0-5 ATS run. You know, Ja Morant scored the last 11 points for Memphis in the game in OT against OKC the other night, despite a miserable night. You know, and Morant's quotes, just staying locked. I know every shot I take won't go in, but it doesn't mean won't you miss one. Stop taking them. Just continuing to shoot the basketball. Given the situation tonight, with both these teams coming in, you know, both teams coming off a win, the Knicks kind of struggling, kind of banged up. I'm not convinced. I'll put it this way. I don't want New York tonight. It's Memphis or pass. It's just that simple for this better. And while it's not a game that I've actually taken money out of my bankroll to play, I would only look at the Memphis side in this one. Grizzlies -4 against a Knicks team that's struggling to win by margin, struggling to step up in class, not a team we want as a dog, and not a team that's being valued correctly right now. Throwing the injuries, Memphis is the play for this better on Friday night. Before we start talking about the second game tonight, the Lakers and the Clippers, let's take care of some business. First, we appreciate the likes. We appreciate the follows. We appreciate the comments very, very much. Makes all the difference in the YouTube algorithm. Tell us what you think below in the comment section right here on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up, and thank you for your support. I also want to give you a couple of really good offers right now. First, look, my college hoops is heating up. Finally, it's taking some time, but it's getting there. back-to-back-to-back winners over the last 3 nights. I do have a 5% big ticket play, a rare 5% big ticket play. I'm 91-60 with my strongest releases dating back to 2021. So I don't have a ton of them. We've got one tonight, riding a 9-1 Big Ten run. And of course, my advice to you, don't buy the play. Take advantage of the All Access Pass. You can get the rest of college basketball for about $5 a day. Just $1.99 gets you every play, every day, through conference tournaments and through the entirety of all the postseason tournaments, straight through the Final Four. All 5% big tickets included. It's just $1.99. Visit my page, wt.buzz/TC, to take advantage of that great offer. Again, $1.99 every play, every day for the rest of the year. You'll get tonight's 5% big ticket included in that package. And of course, if you want a live odds service, I'm telling you guys, check it out. oddslogic.com/Teddy. Get a 7-day free trial right now and check it out. See if it's something that you are interested in. Again, oddslogic.com/Teddy to take advantage of that free 7-day trial. Once you use it, you ain't giving it up. At least that's been my experience once I started using a true, proper live odds screen. Now let's talk about the second game, the late game, the Clippers and the Lakers in LA. And we have a ton of injury concerns for this ball game right now as we speak. I'm seeing the Clips still taking money, -5, -5.5 at some books, total down to 219, 219.5. We don't know exactly yet who is going to be missing for the Lakers tonight. It's the second set of back-to-backs, and they're off 3 really big games. They beat Denver in Denver. They beat Luka's old team in Dallas. And then last night, they had the showdown with Minnesota, emerged victorious. Now, they do have LA, the Lakers. I shouldn't say LA because it's LA versus LA. The Lakers have a winning point spread record on the second of back-to-backs. And it's worth noting, no team in the NBA has played fewer back-to-backs in LA so far this season. So in theory, they should be relatively fresh for this ball game. But the injury report for LA is nothing but question marks. I don't know if LeBron's going to play. Hachimura got hurt last night. He's a question mark for this evening. Luka doesn't, again, looking at the point spread now, the markets don't expect several of these guys for the Lakers to suit up, if any of them. So that is certainly a concern here if you want LA tonight. The Clips, they're returning home off of, I'll call it a mediocre road trip. No, it wasn't a good road trip. They went 2-3 straight up. They did win the finale, but the 2 wins came against Utah and Chicago. Both times they were -9 or higher, 0-5 ATS during this span. And of course, this is their first first game back in LA during a stretch of 8 consecutive road games. The fact that they did win at Chicago over the weekend kind of takes some of the edge off in that contest. Worth noting. All right, here's a stat I ran into today. So Kawhi Leonard came back 24 games ago. In those 24 games, Clippers were 13-11. The previous 24 games, when Kawhi was hurt, the team also went 13-11. So, and Norm Powell, I don't know if Norm Powell's going to suit up tonight. Powell's been sitting for the Clippers. He's missed the last 4 games with left knee soreness. He's questionable for tonight. So, I mean, significant injury concerns for both teams. Now, the Clippers lost by 25 at home when these two teams met earlier this month. Lakers shot 56% from the floor. They shot 18 of 37 from 3. And this is a Lakers team. I keep saying it, and I mean it. They're a one-way team for me right now. They're a legit contender to come out of the West with Luka. All their season-long stats are lying. That's on what? Number 20 offense. Number 12 defense. Full season numbers. Guess what? Look at the last 10 games. Effective field goal percentage. Number 1, not number 20. They're the best in the league in effective field goal percentage over the last 10 games. You know, we're seeing Jared Vanderbilt now acclimated for the Lake Show. He's been playing for more than a month now. Dalton Connect is also reacclimated. The trade shock's over. The role players for LA, the complementary pieces are really falling into place. I talked about LA yesterday on WagerTalk today. And I talked about their record. They're 16-4 straight up the last 20 games. And the 4 losses, you got to look who they're coming to. They lost a flat no-show game before the All-Star break in Utah. They had another flat loss out of rhythm, first game back after the All-Star break versus Charlotte. The third loss came to Philly, no Embiid, no Paul George. The games they're losing are the flat spot, step down in class games. not the step up versus contenders type of games. You know, the quote from LeBron after, yes, again, the markets, I don't know, the markets are looking like no one's playing for LA tonight. LeBron, after last night's game, where he seemed to be favoring his right hamstring late in the game, quote, "I'm good. We'll see how I feel when I get up on Friday morning." So, again, I don't know if anyone's playing for the Lakers tonight, but I know this. I don't want the Clips. It's Lakers or pass moving forward for this better right now. LA, the Lake Show, a team that has shown that they're interested, they're connected, and they're kind of starting to click. The Clippers, not so much. So, yeah, all right, their guy's sitting. I'll take my shot. Lakers plus 5.5 right now, and no urgency. All the money's come for the Clippers so far today. I would be shocked if we see more. But plus 5.5 for the Lake Show is the only way I would look in this one, even if they're missing key bodies. Thank you so much for watching WagerTalk TV. Best of luck with all your bets tonight. Get on board with my 5% big ticket in college hoops, and have a great day. Thanks for watching.